Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for being with us today. My name is Denise El Khatib, Marketing Manager at Hood River Consulting, and I'm joined today by Andres and Santiago, Technical and Functional NetSuite Experts at HRC. Today, we have the pleasure of being joined by Oracle NetSuite leaders in the region. We'd like to especially thank them for supporting us and for being with us today. Very briefly about Hood River Consulting, we are a team of NetSuite implementation and optimization experts. We are Oracle NetSuite Alliance partners and Oracle NetSuite Suite Cloud Developer Network partners, which enables us to offer certified applications or suite apps like the ones we'll be presenting today. We have over 14 years of experience working with NetSuite, more than 400 successful projects on the platform, and we are now present in 10 countries with a strong team of certified consultants. We serve clients all over the world, primarily across the Americas, and we have experience across a wide range of industries with deep expertise in e-commerce and retail. And now we'll dive into the subject of today, e-commerce integrations. The floor is yours, Andy.
Thank you, Dan. Hello, everyone. My name is Andres Coelho. I am Technical Consultant at Hood River Consulting, and today we will be talking about integrating NetSuite with external platforms. For that, we have defined an agenda, starting from the integration definition, why they are so important when managing a NetSuite account, what are the benefits of integrating your account with external platforms, and then we will talk about our business unit, NetMin, that has several connectors for integrating with the most important marketplaces and e-commerce platforms used worldwide. We will also explain deep our Shopify connector as an example to see how connecting your NetSuite account to Shopify helps you to take advantage of all the NetSuite potential. At the end of this webinar, we will go through a live demo of our connector. So, what is an integration? In a NetSuite context, an integration is the process of connecting NetSuite with one or more external platforms to automatically exchange data between systems. This means NetSuite can both send and receive information in real time, eliminating manual work and reducing errors. For example, you can integrate your NetSuite account with e-commerce platforms such as Shopify or Magento, marketplaces like Amazon or Mercado Libre, payment gateways, logistic providers, WMS systems, and more. Through these integrations, data such as orders, customers, items, inventory levels, and fulfillments flow seamlessly into NetSuite, allowing to remain the single source of truth of all your business operation. In short, an integration ensures that all your systems stay synchronized, accurate, and operational without manual intervention. What capabilities does NetSuite offer for integrating with external systems? We have 4 capabilities to integrate NetSuite with external platforms. They are, first, and the newest one, is the AI integrations MCP. Beyond the traditional APIs, we are now seeing a new layer of integration powered by AI. With AI-driven integrations, NetSuite can interact with intelligent agents that don't just move data, but understand context and trigger actions. This opens the door to more advanced use cases like intelligent data validation, automatic exception handling, predictive insights, and context-aware workflow execution. Instead of simply synchronizing information between systems, AI integrations allow NetSuite to participate in smarter operational decision-making. Then we have SuiteTalk. When we talk about SuiteTalk, if we are referring to the NetSuite native API framework, this is the standard way external systems communicate with NetSuite. It's ideal for straightforward integrations where the objective is simple: create, read, update, or delete records. If you don't need heavy transformations or complex validation or advanced orchestration logic, SuiteTalk is clean, reliable, and efficient. In third place, we have RESTlets for custom API endpoints. When integrations require more control, that's where RESTlets come in. RESTlets are custom API endpoints built using SuiteScript. They allow us to embed business logic directly inside NetSuite. This means we can validate data, transform requests, orchestrate multiple record interactions, and enforce a specific business rule. So whatever the integration needs to reflect real operation complexity, RESTlets give us that flexibility. And last, we have the MapReduce for batch processing. When we are dealing with large volume of data or scheduled processing, MapReduce becomes essential. They are designed for high volume background operations. It allows us to process thousands of records efficiently without blocking real-time performance. It's ideal for periodic synchronization jobs, reconciliation process, mass updates, or heavy transformations. So, why integrations matter? When we talk about integrations, we are not just talking about connecting systems, we are talking about enabling automatic information flow across the organization. Instead of manually exporting and importing data, information moves easily between NetSuite and external platforms. This immediately reduces manual work and operational friction. Teams stop spending time on repetitive tasks and can focus on higher value activities. At the same time, integrations improve real-time visibility across departments. Operations, finance, and sales are no longer working with fragmented or updated information. Everyone is aligned on the same data. By eliminating duplicated data entry, we significantly reduce human error in ERP environments. Integration also accelerates key business processes like order to cash and procure to pay, because transactions flow faster, approvals move quicker, and reconciliation becomes smoother. At the end of the day, better synchronized data leads to better decision making. As we know, NetSuite almost never operates alone. Most implementations connect e-commerce platforms, WMS or 3PL systems, or CRM tools. That means data is constantly moving across multiple systems. Because of that, integration strategy becomes critical. It's not just about connecting systems, it's about defining data ownership, ensuring accuracy, and protecting financial integrity. If integration is poorly designed, the project suffers. If it is well designed, the entire operation runs smoothly. Why do we need a strong integration strategy? A strong integration strategy reduces implementation risk from day one. It ensures that process works end to end, not just technically, but operationally and financially. It aligns what happens in operational systems like e-commerce or logistics with what is recorded in financial reporting inside NetSuite. It also defines clear data ownership, meaning everyone knows which system is the source of truth for each piece of information. And finally, it supports long-term scalability. Now we will focus on our business unit called NetMint. NetMint is our business unit focused on development of connectors for the top e-commerce and marketplaces using around the world. NetMint is our specialized business unit focused on building enterprise-grade NetSuite connectors. Our goal is simple: deliver a comprehensive and fully automated integration layer between e-commerce channels and NetSuite ERP. We connect sales platforms and operational systems directly to NetSuite, ensuring clean and structured data flow. But this is more than data movement. We provide real-time monitoring and dashboard, so clients don't just integrate system; they gain visibility and control. The result is end-to-end order management and full synchronization between operational and financial process. In short, NetMint transforms disconnected system into a unified and scalable business flow inside NetSuite. How we do it? Our connectors are built for NetSuite certified, which means they meet the Oracle's technical and architectural standards. From an architectural standpoint, we leverage modern REST and GraphQL-based integration, ensuring reliable and scalable communication between platforms. Important to remark that our connectors are fully configurable, allowing them to adapt to different operational and accounting models instead of forcing one size fits all approach. Our connectors don't require middleware. Everything runs natively between the NetSuite ecosystem, reducing complexity and long-term maintenance risk. We also provide built-in troubleshooting tools, including queue reports and customized error handling, so clients can monitor and manage integration proactively. And finally, this is not a static product. We offer dedicated professional support and continuous product evolution, ensuring the connector grows alongside both NetSuite and external platforms. Our connector supports the most widely used e-commerce and marketplace platform globally, from marketplaces like Amazon and Mercado Libre, including both seller and vendor borders, to e-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, and Vitex. We also support POS and B2B models, which is critical for companies operating in omnichannel environments. Whether a business operates across one or multiple marketplaces simultaneously, our connectors are designed to centralize operations inside NetSuite. And as a platform evolves, our integrations evolve with them. Now we will talk about some of the benefits of using our connectors. They are pre-built and enterprise ready, which means clients are not starting from scratch. The architecture is already designed, tested, and validated across multiple implementations. There is no middleware required. Everything runs natively within the NetSuite ecosystem, reducing complexity and long-term maintenance risk. And because of this structural approach, a standard implementation can typically go live in about 3 weeks. The result of this is faster time to implement without sacrificing stability or control. By synchronizing orders, inventory, and fulfillment in real time, we reduce operational delays across the entire order lifecycle. Accurate inventory visibility helps minimize back orders because the system reflects what is actually available. It also decreases partial shipments since fulfillment decisions are based on consistent and updated data across systems. And when operations, finance, and customer service are all working from the same synchronized information, cross-team coordination improves significantly. So how they work? Our connectors are developed thinking on the main flows that all marketplaces and e-commerce usually have, which is mainly tracking information about orders, customers, shipping, products, inventory, and financial information. All the information coming from the external platforms is mapped into the corresponding NetSuite record in order to maintain the data consistency. This means NetSuite becomes the source of truth for all your business operation. How we implement our connectors. Our standard implementation is structured into 3 focus phases, typically completed within 3 weeks. The big one is dedicated to access, setup, validation, and discovery. We ensure all required configurations are in place and aligned on the client operational and financial model before moving forward. The week 2 focus on flow configuration and controlled testing. This is where we validate the data mapping, transaction logic, and end-to-end synchronization, working with the client to confirm everything behaves as expected. The week 3 is deployment and go live. We move the integration into production, perform final validations, provide live through if they're needed, and officially launch the connector. This structured approach ensures clarity, speed, and minimal disruption to daily operations. Now we will talk about our Shopify connector, and then we will have a live demo to see how our Shopify connector works. This slide summarizes the core operational flows between Shopify and NetSuite. On the left side, we see how customers and orders move from Shopify into NetSuite. When an order is created, the connector can generate different transaction types depending on the business model. It can be sales order, customer deposit, cash sales, or invoices. At the same time, customer records are created or updated to ensure clean master data. Below that, shipment and fulfillment synchronization ensures that operational execution remains aligned across both platforms. On the right side, we move into post-sales and financial flows. Refunds generated in Shopify are translated into the appropriate NetSuite transactions, such as customer refunds or cash refunds. Product and inventory synchronization ensure NetSuite remains the source of truth for catalog and stock level. And finally, payouts are imported and reconciled through deposit or journal entries, completing the financial lifecycle. The key idea here is end-to-end orchestration, from customer creation to order execution to fulfillment to refund to payout reconciliation. Everything remains synchronized inside NetSuite. Before diving into each specific flow, it's helpful to step back and look at the bigger picture of what this connector is designed to achieve. At this core, this is an end-to-end orchestration between Shopify and NetSuite, combining real-time and scheduled synchronization across all key entities, from orders and customers to inventory, refunds, and financial settlements, so informations move constantly without manual effort. This architecture is intentionally flexible and business-driven. Field-level mapping can be configured by users, allowing each implementation to reflect the client's real operation and accounting model, while building duplicate prevention logic protects data integrity as transaction volume scales. And because many organizations operate across multiple stores and subsidiaries, the connector is designed from the start to support growth and complexity, positioning NetSuite not just as an accounting system, but as the true operational backbone of the commerce ecosystem. Now, we will move forward with the live demo of our Shopify connector that my colleague Santi will present.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Santiago Torija, functional consultant at Hood River. And as my colleague Andres just mentioned, right now we are going to conduct a live demo for you to see an overall look of our connector, the key features, and our operational flows in action. First, I would like to start showing you the main section of the dashboard. The dashboard is a single-page application that lives directly in your NetSuite account, and it's structured with first at the top some action triggers. In this case, in the main section, to let you navigate to the pages regarding the operational flows that our connector offers. Below that, we have some key performance indicators and graphics for you to have an overall visual look of your operations and the functionality that are conducting the connection between Shopify and NetSuite. And at the bottom, you have access to key reports that they are fully customizable depending on your needs to have full flexibility for our clients, but give you important insights of your operations and how things are flowing between both systems. Now we're going to navigate to the first page dedicated to the order and customer flows. This page, as I just mentioned, has the same structure as of all the connector, with at the top we have the action buttons. In this case, they are used to conduct testing activities because all our flows in practice are going to be triggered automatically and synchronized automatically for you to save lots of time of manual work. Below that, we have key performance indicators and graphics to have a visual representation of your activities and overall operations between both platforms. And at the bottom, we have access to key reports that show you if they exist errors, so for you to know how the orders were created, and also customers in this case. And I wanted to remark that this is fully customizable depending on our client needs and your operations and how you work in your day-to-day basis. The first flow I want to mention is get order flows. This flow is in charge to get the orders that are already in Shopify but are not already living in NetSuite. This flow is going to identify that orders and bring them all together and automatically to your NetSuite account. Also, it's going to identify if they are already living in NetSuite, so you don't have any duplicates or something that is going to mess with your operations. Also, we have our get customer flow. This flows can be triggered only for customers, that you bring customers from your Shopify account to your NetSuite account. And also you can select that the customers to be created with your orders if that's what you need. In that case, you have two options: to create customers with the orders where the customer are not ready in the platform, or you can select the option to have a generic customer if you don't want your NetSuite account to be full of your customers that only live in Shopify. The third flow is send cancellations. This flow, send cancellations, is going to identify which orders are already closed in NetSuite but are still open in Shopify. It's going to select them all and in bulk send that information to Shopify to make them canceled. And also we have the retry errors flows with orders and customers. These flows, you can trigger them if you have any errors in the importing of the orders or the customers. for the connector to retry these operations and ensure that all the customers and all the orders that need to be imported are done it in the correct way. Now we are going to navigate to the flows of fulfillments. Fulfillment flows are key to have a full concordancy between the states of the orders in both platforms. We have a bidirectional option here. You can select to make your fulfillments in NetSuite and send the fulfillments to Shopify, or the other way around, you can make your fulfillments in Shopify and get that information to your NetSuite account. As I already mentioned, this page also has the same structure, presenting key performance indicators and graphics and tables, and also access to reports. All of this can be customized for you as you need. Now that we already mentioned the fulfillment flow, we are going to navigate to the item and inventory page. These flows are really important because they make full concordancy between the states of the items and the inventory between both platforms. The first I want to mention is get product IDs. This flow is really important because when you have an item in NetSuite, an item in Shopify that they are not connected yet, this flow is the one that identifies that is the same and bring the ID that lives in Shopify and connect them in a custom record in your item in NetSuite, ensuring that the system knows that it's the same item and conduct the operations taking that into consideration. This is super important for the next flow, that is update inventory. Update inventory is a flow that is in charge to make the synchronized inventory from all your selected items to be do that way. You can select which items you want to export the inventory or synchronize the inventory and which not, because not all of our clients have the same items in Shopify and NetSuite. We give you the option to select which one of them you are going to synchronize, and also in which locations. That is really important because you want to have full concordancy, taking into consideration which locations we are going to be updating, and our flow take that into considerations. And also we have the sync item flow. The sync item flow is in charge to get all the items that don't yet live in Shopify and that are in NetSuite. And you also can select which one of them you want to export, because not every one of them you want to have in both platforms. You can select which items you are going to export, and this flow is going to make that in bulk automatically. That is super important because that saves you lots and lots of manual work if you have to create the items manually in both platforms. With this item, you just only need to have them in NetSuite, and they are going to be exported automatically to Shopify. Also, for you to see, we have the same functionality in this page with key performance indicators showing you important information for you to have insights in your operations, and also graphics and reports that can give you also insights of your operations and how everything is working. Now that we mentioned the inventory page, we are going to go to the post-sale lifecycle with first refunds. A refund page and functionality can support full refunds, partial refunds, and also product exchanges. In this case, when you have a full refund or a partial refund or a product exchange in Shopify, the flow is going to detect that and bring the information to NetSuite, generating all the important transactions and the necessary records that you need to reflect that in your accounting and financial impact in NetSuite, creating customer refunds, return authorizations when it's the case, and item receipts. This is really important for have full concordancy between both systems. And last, we have the payouts functionality. Payouts is the settlement process that Shopify uses. our connector identify when a settlement is done or a payout is done and bring that information back into NetSuite, generating all the transaction related to that activity, closing the orders, generating an accounting impact to have a full real-time alignment in revenue recognition between both systems. Now that we already have an overview of all the dashboards all the flows that we offer in our dashboard and our connector, we're going to have a live presentation of two of the key flows that are fulfillments and refunds. For that, I have already done in here in Shopify 2 orders that are unfulfilled and paid, both of them. And right now, we are going to mark this one as fulfilled. And we're going to mark this one as a refund. The first thing we are going to do is to import the orders to the platform, taking the ID first, navigate it to the Get Orders page. Here we are going to paste the ID in the input ID. I want to say again that this is going to be a manual trigger because it's a testing phase, but in practice you are going to have these orders synchronized automatically. Now we are going to take the other ID, paste it here, and we are going to trigger the flow that is going to bring the orders in their initial state. Okay. If we refresh the page, we are going to see that the imported orders are reflected right here in the orders that were created today. Now we have 7. And we are going to take a look at them for you to see that a sales order with a customer deposit is created in Shopify, in NetSuite. We're going to take this ID also. Paste it here. Here we have the sales order with the customer deposit already created. And also this order, we already have it here in NetSuite with the customer deposit also created. Right now, when this finishes loading, I'm going to show you that all the information needed is correctly created in the order as the customer deposit. Here we have the order that is already created in NetSuite with the correct customer, the correct total, and the item for you to have full concordancy. And if we go to history and related records, we have here the customer deposit regarding this order. You also see the same with this one. That was for 2 items with all the correct information, and also the customer deposit created here for this order too. Here you can see the customer deposit that is already deposited, and with the payment event that is already functioning. Now, as I already fulfilled and refound these orders, we are going to trigger that corresponding flow. First, we are going to take this ID with the order that was fulfilled. We go to the Get Fulfillments flow. and we trigger it. The window just say that it's already triggered, so we can close it. And we're going to take the other one. Go to our refund page. And also trigger the refund for this order. Okay. Now we are going to navigate to the first order and refresh. And you can see that this order is already has already changed the state, is pending billing. And here in history, in related records, we already have the item shipment corresponding to this order. I'm going to open it. With this, that in practice is going to be triggered automatically. You are going to have full concordancy between both states, and the fulfillment as the customer deposit is automatically generated in NetSuite. We can see that the item shipment is related to the order. We can also have the shipping carrier and the status and the item that was shipped with the correct quantity. And if we go to the other sales order and refresh, you can see that this one, that was the order that was closed or canceled or refunded in Shopify, is already closed here in NetSuite. And if we navigate to the customer deposit, and go to what is applied to, we have the customer refund here that match the amount of the customer deposit, canceling both transaction as we need to. I want to open it just to show you. That's the customer deposit. Has the same amount, canceling the transaction successfully. One last thing I want to mention is that the orders are fully connected in our NetSuite NetMint Shopify tab. You have here an access to the order. And here, so you can see that it's the same, that is, in this case, fulfilled, and paid. And in this case, is a refund. Okay. Thank you very much for your patience in the showing of the functionality. I hope that it was clear and for you to understand the value that this connector can add to your business, ensuring that you have a full concordancy, and of course, the main part is that you save lots of manual labor with the connector doing this automatically for you. Now we are going to move on to see one of our success cases, that is the company Octane. Octane is a seating company that is located in the US, and it manufactures high-quality seating solutions designed to focus comfort, functionality, and they are great and have almost 15 years in the industry. And they trust us to have the connector of the connection between NetSuite with their Amazon and Magento accounts, where they conduct all the e-commerce functionality for their business. We also connect the NetSuite account with other third-party services for marketing and shipping, ensuring that they have a fully automated ecosystem between Amazon, Magento, NetSuite, and services such as Google Ads, Bing Ads, CallRail, or in case of shipping, Aftership, Terminal 49, and Pilot. This ensures that they have a fully automated ecosystem that bring all the orders, inventory, and all the things that we already see, information really important from the e-commerce platforms to the NetSuite, and also that information flows automatically with other integrations for marketing and shipping purposes. The main benefits that they present to us after working with the connector is that the orders, of course, the orders and customers' inventory and financial data flow into NetSuite automatically, and this ensures that they have a single source of truth that is really important for their operations. Also, after automated and order processing, they say that they have 80% time reduction in manual work related to the order importing, for example, that this is really important for the operations as is a thing that they allow them to scale more effectively. And also with the integration with the marketing and logistics tool, they save around 50% time efficiency increasing by connecting them with these third-party entities and generating the full ecosystem. Also, these automations enable Soltain to scale and grow sales more effectively and with less administrative workload.
Okay, and this brings us to the end of our webinar. Thank you, Andy and Santi, for the great walkthrough and live demo today. The whole HRC team remains at your disposal to continue the conversation about e-commerce integrations. On the screen, you see a QR code where you can schedule a meeting with our team. You can also reach us at info@hoodriverconsulting.com. And of course, all our communication channels are on our website. We are also present on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, where you can find our previous webinar editions and much more. Thank you very much again for joining us, and see you on our next webinar. Bye.